Hey babes, welcome back to Karmic Central. So tonight we are gonna dive into the icy chaos that is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Season 6, episode 7, I wanna say. I felt like the mess is just marinating perfectly. I don't know where to start because between the absentee moms, the mother-daughter drama, and like the pot stirring, it was a lot. Okay, this episode definitely gave us a buffet of tension, guilt, and gossip. So let's get straight into it. Now, the episode opened up with Bronwyn and what's her face, Lisa, having their little sit down, and it was like I'm starting to see straight through Lisa. Lisa, whenever she has these sit downs where she's supposed to straighten shit out with people, she's never really coming there with the idea of being accountable, even giving like a decent apology. She really honestly is there to just be cute and that's it and listen to you say you're sorry. And that's kind of what she did with Bronwyn. Luckily, though, Bronwyn, I think, can kind of see a little bit of that. And she kind of was just like, listen, I'm tired of you making me go low with you, girl. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not doing this shit anymore with you, but I'm going to let you slide. I'm going to let you rock out for now. But in the future, please do not talk about my husband. Like that's kind of where she left it. I almost feel like too that she was kind of trying to say like we don't have to be friends because Lisa had already ended the lunch with I don't like you. And I think Bronwyn was like ditto. And by the time they sat down again, though, it felt like Lisa was trying to like kiss and make up real quick. And Bronwyn was, I don't know, I just kind of feel like Bronwyn knew exactly where she was coming from. So let's move on from that. Then we moved on to Angie K with what's her face, Heather. Okay, girl, I don't think Angie and Lisa are ever going to be friends. I told y'all the last time, well, on the other channel, I told you guys that I feel like Lisa is really jealous of Angie. And I think it's like a look thing. I don't know if she can really take her hair being so, I don't know. Lisa's hair is nice too. So I really just don't understand like why there is like this competition. I feel like Lisa's having a competition with Angie in her mind silently. And, Angie's just kind of letting her do that. But Heather is starting to really get on my nerves. She's like trying to play like she is so Miss Goody Two Shoes, but she sits there and listens to everybody go in on each other. And then she'll sit there and be like, oh, but we're supposed to be nice. Like, girl, please, you do not really have anybody's back at the end of the day. Like, you just want to be friends with whoever is cool at the moment. So I really don't care about Heather. Let's move on to Bronwyn and her crazy ass mom, because this is what I really wanted to get into. I feel like I don't know. First of all, I just don't know where to start with this lady. I felt like I was screaming. I was screaming at the TV. Okay. I was cursing, I was screaming. I could not keep my composure because this lady is doing her best to make Bronwyn feel bad about herself. And there is nothing worse than someone trying to humble you when you have done all the humbling yourself. There is nothing about Bronwyn that says, I think I'm better than anybody else. Now, if there is anybody who feels that way, I feel like honestly, it's just because you're jealous. Because Bronwyn doesn't come off that way. I feel like Bronwyn is a very sweet person. She seems like, she's kind of in her own bubble and she doesn't want to stir anything up for people. But her mother really was like, trying to stick it to her. Like, what did she say? She said something about like, why would I tell you? Hold on, sorry. So she said something about like, why would I tell you how amazing and wonderful you are? As if to say like, you're not worthy of praise at all. So why would I tell you that when, like you would start to think that about yourself? Like, it's almost as if she wants Bronwyn to walk around with low self-esteem. I don't like that lady. I keep trying to say that I'm trying to give her some grace because I know she has a brain tumor, but I can't tell if the brain tumor is eating away at neurons that she needs to think. or if it's like, I just don't know what's going on with her. I just feel like I'm tired of, I want Bronwyn to kick her out. I'm sick of her. She was talking about her whole situation and feeling like, oh, I was so ashamed of you when you were pregnant, and you and your, like, the way Bronwyn was detailing everything, which I was glad that she was. She was bringing out other details that she, I think, has tried to just like keep very simple, but she was saying about how her mother basically made her pregnancy very difficult for her. And she didn't even have a baby shower. She didn't get celebrated in any way because her father worked as a deacon at the church, and they were just so embarrassed. And also, what was an interesting point was the fact that the mother said, oh, and you didn't want to give up your daughter for you didn't want to give her up to foster care or to adoption or something like that. So this whole time we were under this impression that Bronwyn's father, or Bronwyn's baby's father, was the one who didn't want to have Bronwyn. And the family said that they wanted her to go up. I mean, didn't want Bronwyn's daughter to come into existence, basically. And they wanted Gwen to be put up for adoption or something like that. They just didn't want Gwen. So I'm thinking it's only on one side of the family. No, come to find out, it's everybody. So imagine how Gwen has to look at this, because I don't know if she even knows these details. Imagine being Gwen, realizing that neither one of your grandparents wanted you. Neither set. They didn't want you. They were so ashamed of you and all of this. But yeah, I can't take Bronwyn. Bronwyn's mother looked like a clown. There is a movie that I cannot think of right now where the lady is basically, she like it's an old movie. It's an old film where a lady puts on makeup, but she's like deranged. I think she's like mentally psychotic or something. And she puts on makeup and she looks like a clown. That's what Bronwyn's mother was giving. She looked like a clown. Her eyebrows, her makeup in general, the eyeshadow, it was like this faint baby blue, and then the lipstick. I was like, oh God, please. And I had already felt some type of way about this lady's face. And I was thinking to myself, like, Bronwyn, why are you letting your mom get on this show looking like this while she's also talking crap about you? But now I kind of get it. Like, maybe I would let her do that. Maybe I would let her just crash out on TV like that. But you know what is so fucked up about it is the fact that her crashing out on TV, it doesn't have the same effect on her, because so many people are going in on Bronwyn's mother. I know they are. And Bronwyn is the one who's going to really feel it because she's on social media. Her mother is too far removed to really feel it. You get what I'm saying? So she's not really getting she's not really getting the effect that I need her to get. So yeah, that was a lot. So then moving on to other trash mom, Britani. Can we cancel her? Can we hurry up and cancel her? Because I've been on a subreddit where, we talk about the housewife stuff. And every once in a while, it's somebody who likes to pop up in the group talking about I don't understand why you guys don't like Britani. And it's like, no, we don't like Britani because, first of all, Britani is dumb. Britani is dense as fuck. Like, I'm so tired of y'all trying to act like Britani is a great addition to the show. Britani is stupid, okay? She is retarded. And I don't like her, okay? She comes in here with these dumb announcements, unannouncing things, and talking about her and homeboy are together, but they're not. And they're engaged, but now they're not. They're going to work things out and get married, but then they're not. Like, I don't want to hear anything about your life anymore. So now let's add on to the fact that not only are you trash just as a person, like, you have trash extensions, your style is trash, just everything about you is trash. Like, your plastic surgery is trash. It's from like circa 1997. Like, everything about her is trash. But let's just add on to the fact that you are a terrible mother, okay? And this is where it kind of irks my nerves, because she really sat there fondling a whole cactus, talking to Whitney as if she was so confused as to how she was going to manage having a relationship with the man while also maintaining a relationship with her daughter. or how she may have to give up the relationship with the man in order to keep a relationship with her daughter. Like, she just couldn't compute. Her brain was just like really having a hard time processing what the fuck Whitney was saying. And Whitney was somebody who I used to think was pretty dense. Okay, but she was the one who was like, girl, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, I need you to know that your daughter is actually a lot more important than this Osmond brother that nobody knows about. Like, we don't even know first of all, I wasn't around to know who the Osmonds were. All I know is, they were a thing, but I don't understand the impact and don't give a fuck and don't know how many there were. I just know it was a rack of them. And he was one that I don't think anybody cared about, is what I came to the conclusion about. So that, on top of the fact that he plays her all the time on the show, like the way he goes around in the circles with the other men and basically just like laughs about her and doesn't take her seriously, the way that she rides for him is just crazy. I cannot with her. I want her to get off of the show. So this was my other point. So somebody in the group was talking about like Britani. Well, first of all, there was two sets of people. One set was talking about Britani is a good addition to the show because she kind of like adds to like whatever you expect the epitome of a housewife to be. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, we clearly are not watching the same Bravo, girl. Like, what are you talking about? And then somebody else was talking about something about like Britani being no different than the other housewives that are terrible, and there's a whole list of terrible mothers. And I was like, first of all, I'm only talking about Salt Lake City. This is a moot point where you're bringing up all these other franchises of these women doing other things to their children. Like, I don't care about none of that. Okay, at the end of the day, we know exactly what the ultimate housewife is supposed to be. An upstanding housewife is supposed to be a woman of style, a tastemaker, someone who manages not only the home, but is able to maintain relationships, whether that be with her her friends, family, and or husband if she has one. But this whole idea of like, all the housewives are terrible mothers, like, I don't know where we're getting that idea from. So whatever, but Britani can go is what I really wanted to get at. It was just like what is the name of this title of this episode is the question, because this whole episode was really about like mothers and their shitty ass ways. Because then Mary also went back to her little rinky dink church and was talking to her big ass cousin or whoever the heck he is about like her mother. And she recently passed away a couple of months ago, which is crazy. Because I could have sworn her mother was dead already, but maybe I'm thinking about the grandmother. So Mary's mother just died, and she's getting the church back together. She started crying or whatever. But I mean, I really couldn't get into it because Mary rarely gets emotional. So when she does, it always feels a little out of place and uncomfortable, and I'd be ready to move on. So she had her little moment. Fast forward. Angie K and Meredith got together. Now, this was a very interesting little meetup because I kind of forgot about the fact that they don't really bang with each other like that. Like, I really forgot about that. Ever since, I want to say it happened ever since like Meredith's little bat mitzvah, where she threw back the Kerastasi that Angie gave her. I don't know if she thought it was a cheap gift or what. Like, why did she give her back the Kerastasi? That shit was so crazy to me. But anyway, so something about like Angie bringing up the fact that Lisa has been going around trying to get information on everybody. Why is this new information? This is not new information. We already know that Lisa does this. And my thing about Angie bringing this up, I love Angie, but I be forgetting about how messy she actually can be. Like, when she decides to stir the pot, she's gonna stir it, honey. She's going to stir it. And now she's stirring up beef that does need to be stirred, though. I will say that the beef between Meredith and Lisa has always been there. They always try to act like they're friends, but they really do not like each other. I've been saying this forever, that they do not like each other. And I don't know why they stay friends. I think it's for the sake of each other not like exposing intimate details about the other person. But I'm like, what possibly could the other person know that you feel so inclined to still be friends? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want anybody around me like that. That whole saying of like, keep your enemies closer, I just do not believe in that at all. Get my enemies the fuck away from me. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna pan out well for Angie. I feel like Angie needs to stay in her little cute little Greek lane and stay cute and clean, because I don't think it's gonna pan out well. I feel like it's gonna end up being a situation where Meredith might actually flip and change up on her, even knowing the details from Lisa. Lisa can crash and burn on her own. So I don't think she needs any help from other people. But I feel like that's pretty much it. What else happened in the in this episode? I feel like that was pretty much the main points. Yeah, that was about it. I didn't write anything else down. It was the main people that got on my nerves were Brittany and Bronwyn's mother. And I just feel like next week is going to be kind of crazy because Whitney is having a garden party. And I think this is where they're all going to hash things out some kind of way. It also looks like Mary is going to have some problem with Angie. And this is what I mean about like there being some type of fallout from Angie stirring the pot with the other ladies. Like she just needs to stay on the sidelines because it's not going to look pretty for her. This is where we're going to see a shift in alliances, of course. I feel like there's definitely going to be some people who are going to be exposed for playing both sides, i.e. hopefully Heather. But that is the tea for episode 7. Why do I keep thinking that this is episode 6? I don't know. I could be wrong. It's giving cold shoulder, old wounds, new feuds, like the perfect Salt Lake City cocktail. This is why I love this franchise, though. There is enough to talk about. It's not just about the mess and like the drama. There are other concepts and things that you can talk about, like the mother-daughter wound situation. Like that is a big thing. And also too, I think a lot of these the reason why these things within this franchise work out a certain way too is because everything is based around this Mormon religion. So the LDS church is a part of the big reason why these women react to so many different things and have these certain wounds or whatever that we're seeing. So you guys let me know in the comments, what do you think about Britani? Do you feel like you like her? Are you team Britani? Do you feel like she can redeem herself even as a mother? Forget her being on the show, but just like, do you feel like she can redeem herself as a mother? Or do you feel like this is going to be the start of her downfall? Because I do. And what are we doing about Bronwyn's mom at this point? Because I feel like we need to write a petition to Bravo. Like she needs to be canceled. I don't want to see her ever again. I think Bronwyn has had enough. And I mean, from the standpoint of like, she looks like a tortured soul. Like every episode now, I feel bad for her. Like, I just feel bad for her. I just want to give her a hug. I just want to be like, girl, here's some cake. Like I just want to offer her snacks and shit. Like just because Bronwyn just doesn't she seems like the type of person who always is either on edge or has a lot of anxiety. And yeah, I don't know. I think these women could kind of like be there for her a little bit more. I don't even know if they know what's going on with her and her mother. That's the other thing too. Like she literally is dealing with this all on her own and she doesn't really have anybody. So that is an odd thing to also see. But I'll see you in the next recap because the snowstorm is just getting started. All right. I love you guys. Bye.